90-degree angle. The concept literally came after working on my album 45. 45 was commemorating my 45th birthday. It was put out in June of 2025. June 25th exactly, my 45th birthday. And a lot of the beats that I was working on during that time are going on to this project, so they were kind of mixed in, kind of had that, soft production, not really hard drums or anything. Conceptually, I was looking at, 45 was really an album that was really talking about largely my soul experience from the time of my birth. There's elements in that album that has to do with my upbringing, different things I've gone through in relationships. There's a couple of songs where I get very vulnerable, some that are very aggressive spiritually. And so when I think about 90-degree angle, 90 being actually double 45, so I look at the expression of spirit and soul, 45 on each side, you know what I mean? And my approach, in a deeper sense, I thought it would be cool to play off of different ways you can look at 90 degrees. That is, 90 degrees in temperature. Whether it be actual 90 degrees makes for a great, summer day, or adding 90 degrees to what the temperature may already be, kind of elevating things, making things more intense. When I consider education, people thrive on higher education, master's degrees, etc., PhDs, and, at the end of that you get what is typically called a degree. Well, I kind of feel like when you are really, really engaged with the Spirit of God, you get an education in a bunch of different ways on a bunch of different things that also, if you will, add to the degree. So I just kind of looked at that and said, okay, 90 degrees there. It also references Abraham's wife Sarah. That's when she gave birth to Isaac. So it's also 90. Looking at her age when she finally brought forth the promise, and so it's like things finally coming to fruition. And then also, obviously from the geometric side of things, an actual 90-degree angle. And when you consider, it's 4 90-degree angles in a square and any other quadrilateral. And then, how many 90-degree angles do you get out of a tesseract? I'd have to add that up or whatever. But that's the concept, 90-degree angle.